So this is my car collection in Drive World Roblox. If we add up the prices of all of my cars, we will get $22 million, yo. So I'll be showing you guys my $22 million car collection in Drive World Roblox, yo. So starting off with my least expensive, it is the VW Golf. You know, this car is a legend, yo. You don't even realize it's a legend. This is the car that I started out with in the game. And let me see what stuff I have on it. I don't think I have much on it. Yellow guys, track pistons, race crank, track exhaust, just a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, that's my Volkswagen Golf, man. Next up, we have the Honda Civic Type R. You know, pretty much everyone in the game has this. This is nothing really special, honestly. But yeah, just know I had this car. Next up, we have my Ford Mustang GT. Bought this thing for $45K. I think I actually got it for $40K before it got remodeled. So my next car is the the Supra. I actually got a body kit on this thing. It's looking fire right now, bro. I got this thing for $60K. So yeah, now we're getting a little more powerful, you know. This is my Mustang 350R. Just a beautiful car, bro. Probably my favorite Mustang. It's just so fire looking. Got this beast for $62,000 and it is insane. Next up, we got the Hellcat. Yeah, this thing is fire. Let me just be your Hellcat owner real quick. I got no power. Yeah, this thing is a little on the lower side, but it's alright. And yeah, I got it for $70,000. Next up, we got my Widebody Hellcat. Basically a tad bit faster than my regular Hellcat. Yeah, it's very cool, bro. 75 grand. Next car up is, you guessed it, another Hellcat. Another Hellcat. Yeah, this thing is fire, bro. I actually maxed this thing out so it has about 1,344. Honestly, it's still a bow. I have no clue why I bought this thing, nor any of the other Hellcats, but it's good to have it, I guess. Alrighty, next up is my GT500. Definitely one of my favorites in my collection. This thing is also tuned as well. This thing pulls 1,200 horsepower, and I got it for 81 grand. So yeah, next up we got one of my best looking cars, my C8 Corvette, which I bought for 85 grand, and this thing is maxed, I think. Well, it's not quite maxed, but I built this thing for the 600 races, and it is 700 horsepower. And rate the build, yo, it's so fire, yo. I basically recreated the 3LT trim with this big wing, and added some other things that you wouldn't see on the 3LT, like this carbon fiber hood, this roof which is literally breaking, and yeah, it's just super cool, bro. Next up, we got my R35. I bought this thing for the same price as my C8 Corvette, so this thing is actually a drift beast, ain't gonna lie to you. Next up, we got the convertible BMW M4. Definitely one of my favorites, and definitely one of my fastest cars, and I bought the thing for 88K. Alrighty, here we have my GT4 Cayman. I bought this thing for the 600 races, and I bought this thing for $115,000. Definitely one of the best budget cars in Drive World. And here we go again with one of my best looking cars, the C8 Z06. This car is my Aero dream car. I always look at C8 Z06 videos. This thing is worth $180,000, and it is a beast, bro. Next up, we got one of my fastest accelerating cars, the Porsche 911 Turbo S. Just look at this acceleration, bro. Like, that is crazy. Definitely one of my fastest vehicles, yo. It's definitely not that good at the handling though, but it's fast, so it makes up for it. And it's fast accelerating, like I said a million times. And the car is worth 216 grand. Next up, we got a McLaren. Bought this thing for 250, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That's one of my favorite things about this car. Yeah, that's so fire. I gotta love the McLarens, bro. They're really cool, honestly. And right after the McLaren, we got a Ferrari. Definitely one of my best sounding cars. And it's so beautiful, honestly. I don't really drive this car much for races, but it's so cool. It's a good joyrider. Definitely one of my favorites inside of this game. And bro, it sounds so good. It literally sounds so accurate to the real life Huracan. And this car is worth 300 grand. And right after the Lambo, we got a Porsche. And that Porsche is the GT3 RS. A literal track monster. This car was the best handling car for a minute until I think the CA06 came in. But yo, we can still remember this thing for this handling. Look at that. Some cars would end up in that river, bro. Yeah, it's just a crazy car, and it's worth 350 grand. Next up, we got my $500,000 off-roader Lambo. This thing is called the Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato. I think that's how you pronounce it. And as you can see, it's literally an off-road Lamborghini. So we can just go over this real quick. Yep. Yeah, like I said, this thing is worth $500,000, 500 grand. And it's actually pretty fast. Look at that. Next up, we got my Lamborghini Aventador Ultimae. This is one of the newer Lamborghini Aventadors, I'm pretty sure. It's basically a mix with the Svj and the Lamborghini Aventador S. Yeah, it's so cool, bro. I love this car so much. And it's worth $550,000. Next up, we got my Lamborghini Aventador Svj. This thing is worth $700,000. Almost $1 million. This thing is maxed, so yeah, it is a crazy vehicle, bro. I love this Aventador. It looks so good. You can't even lie, bro. It looks so good. Alrighty, now we are getting super expensive. Here we have my McLaren P1. This car is worth $2.5 million, and this thing is a track monster. Like, oh my god, this thing is crazy, and it can reach 300 miles per hour. It's just one of the craziest cars in the game, yo, and it's so fast too. Like, and next up, ladies and gentlemen, I got my Bugatti Chiron. This is my second fastest vehicle in my collection. It's pretty crazy at drifting too. Like, look at that. Oh my god, this thing's crazy. And it's insanely fast. I mean, it's a Chiron, so you should expect that. And it's worth 3.5 mil. Expensive. And next up, we got my $3.6 million Lamborghini Sian. This thing has 1,500 horsepower, and it's, when it comes to speed, I really wouldn't say it's the best, but hey, it's a Lamborghini Sian. It looks so cool. I just wanted it in my collection, to be honest. I didn't even care about the speed for real, honestly. It's just a crazy looking car. I mean, look at it. It's literally a spaceship. Who wouldn't want this in their collection? Yeah, it's so fire. And next up, we have my fastest car in my collection, the Koenigsegg Jesko. Not only is this vehicle insane at its speed, but this thing is an absolute track monster, basically making this thing an all-rounder. Look at the acceleration, yo. That's crazy. And this thing is worth $4 million. Just an insane vehicle. Like, look at the handling. That is crazy. It's just a crazy beast, bro. And here we have my most expensive car in my collection, the Ferrari. This thing is worth $4.3 million, and it is definitely my #1 dream car, honestly. And it's a LaFerrari, to be honest. I mean, who wouldn't want the Ferrari? So yeah, that is my $22 million Drive World car collection. I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.